Hello and welcome back to OpenTTD. I am excited to continue. Last episode we built our meat business up and I just want to do one small addition to it. I already sorted in the trains from the business. So we have here multiple livestock trains that are coming in here. And in fact we have connected 3 farms, the Volkov farm, the Volkov Heights farm and the Volkov Collective farm. So all of these are now nicely connected from the city of Volkov. And what I would like to do next is to connect the St. Petersburg farm, because somehow, even though it's directly next to it, we neglected to actually bring anything here. So I would like to do that, because currently there are no scheduled things to come from here. We just built that as a precaution early on and then kind of forgot about it. I would of course say that this distance is not really warranting a railroad, truth be told, but at the same time, yeah, we already built it, so you know, you build it, you use it. we're not gonna be discussing that. I will use it. So here we will make kind of this connection. All right, buddy, thanks for moving out of the way. And then like that, and here like this again. So that will be doing us fine. It's just a occasional connection that needs to be used. It's not really gonna impact anything negatively, I believe. Although we might benefit from having, well, there's a signal here. I'm not sure what this reserved path here represents, why there's a reservation. Well, that's okay, I suppose. So what the hell is this guy doing? Is he crazy? You crazy, my friend? So one-way path signals here for sure. Like to prevent that idiot from doing his nonsense. Like that's not gonna fly. I think he came from the main track and just wanted to do some shenanigans. Sorry buddy, but that's not gonna fly. So this guy is not gonna pass here because there's some weird reservation artifact here. I think it's a bug in the game, to be honest. It's not really there. So if I remove some stuff here, whose preservation is that? It's this train because it's in the wrong way around. Okay, buddy, can you just, turn around and not reserve that path, please? So you're waiting for a free path because there's only, what? There's 2 pickups, 2 deliveries. What are you waiting for, buddy? So this guy, he's confused how to get to where he wants to go. Why? Why are you confused? I feel like that's pretty logical. What's the problem here with this guy? My friend, you're supposed to be picking up stuff here. You're in the station where you're supposed to be picking up stuff. Well, there he's not this. It's not accepting stuff right now. Somehow. So where are you wanting to go? You want to go to livestock. You want to go to the delivery station, right? What's the issue with going to the delivery station? There's a free path, my friend. Okay, I don't get it. Let's just progress and say it to ignore any red lights and just go. So let's see where it goes and be ready to intervene if where he goes is nonsensical. But seems pretty good for me where he's going. So what's the deal? That also seems pretty damn good. Okay, so the only one confused is this guy who cannot reach the water side. Okay, let me just pin that guy and let's see about that. I don't think that that is an issue, to be honest. So if that's not an issue, which I don't think it is, then let's continue and clone a train, which is one of those livestock trains, I hope. Collective farm livestock, indeed. So go to the St. Petersburg cattle farm here and bring up cattle from there. So you can progress, and we will also make sure that he is sorted incorrectly, because that's currently probably not the case. Collective. You are the number 78 one. That's not this one, that's this one. Okay, we will put them in a new category, and we will put it right here, just so that I'm later on not getting confused. I will do it right now. So it's livestock. Why did I write it incorrectly before? Livestock, St. Petersburg farm. All right. So livestock probably was confused. Not a native English speaker, so forgive me if I wrote something wrong. It's probably not on purpose. Good. I think one train is plenty on that, obviously. So let's follow this guy here to see if he makes the way. Yeah, he does. Okay. Good. Then we don't need to do anything further. That sounds good. The bank account is flush with money, so no worries on that. If any rumors of bankruptcy are grossly overstated, it's definitely we're making very good money. Bit of transportation issues here, seems like. Where these guys come from? From the St. Petersburg milk farms. How do you come from the St. Petersburg milk farms to go? Novgorod food export, cattle loading. Okay. No, that's correct. You go from the milk farms to, well, it's not correct, is it? Like, why is this guy? Waterside delivery, food export. Okay, I'm probably looking at the wrong guys. Yeah, this guy is actually probably going north here now. All right, all the panic averted. So we're good. I hope that this business will succeed, that this will be a big hit. What I would love to do is to connect Volkov here, since it's a famous city apparently, with all the things that are going on. I would love to connect this to our network and just give the people here a quick opportunity to benefit from our connection on the network. So we will build a little station here. It will not be such a huge station. We'll only build a single track station basically, just to have at least some sort of connection here, and then we'll connect them up to some cities. So we are usually not using the IRS for stations. We're usually rather using some wooden platform stations, I think. And that is what we shall do here as well. Probably the other way around once, if we have them. These ones. Yeah, this one. Alright, it will be 7 in length, I guess. That's our usual length here in this game. So we'll build a full length station here with at least some basic items. So kind of rounded off corners here, like rounded off here, and we'll give you also some huts here, of course, why not? A little billboard if you can. Obviously this one is too platform wide, it's not fittable. Is there another one? Option that's only 2 option wide? Nope. Okay. And then we'll also, before they box themselves in, extend their road network a little bit up here. Yeah, like that. And we'll also extend it over here, again, just so they don't box themselves in, as they like to do. And then we will build some beautiful bridge across the river here. Let's see if we can do the same style bridge as they did. Girder style. I think none of them really match it quite perfectly. This is a bit modern, but I guess it fits their style. It's a modern village after all. So none of them probably want to go to the metal workshop or to the farms. I would suspect they all want to go to the cities. So we will make that connection here a bit simpler. Like so. I will splurge a bit and make it that they have a proper crossing here though, just to have the excuse to do it. Yeah, and then from here on it will be single tracked. Good. And I also want to connect it up here just to have more options for trains to go to. So it will probably I will make that a little bit differently then. So we will put it out here. I would love if that little guy here had like some option to go. Somebody wants to let him through. Yeah, there we go. So we'll come out here and we would, well, technically that's all that's needed, but I would love to be it to be like kind of differently. So I will make that a tunnel. That seriously? Raising. Okay, I put the wrong tool. And then tunnel. Totally unnecessary probably, but I just like to do it. And then I would love to join here, so we will have to move that signal a bit back, which is fine. Put normal signal here, I guess. And this will be joining, well, I guess technically it anyway crosses here. To be honest, like this is completely unnecessary exercise. Why am I doing this? Because this join is anyway like stupidly done, so we will not do this. Okay, sorry for the whole confusion on this one. That is just dumb. We'll just make that like a very normal join, because anyway this whole thing is a little bit temporary, let's say. And temporary, as you know, is the most permanent way to say that something is. Right, so this is fine. Yeah, so that's okay. So here, however, we want to get out with 2 tracks, just so that we can place some signals on it. All right. And then like here we just need to connect things up. Here's this hill, so we will go around it like this way. Fine. Yeah, that will be without any signals because it's not really needed to have signals, I guess. It might be that some trains will use it if they're not. Yeah, some of the farm trains might use this track though. Would they? No, they wouldn't be. Maybe on the way back, but not on the way there because they cannot join from that side. So at least for now, they will have to go here through Veliki Novgorod, so we will not extend that line for now, but the idea is that we will connect Volkov as an important city with a lot of industry. We will connect it to St. Petersburg, being the capital, of course, because St. Petersburg has a fancy big station and they want to have a little bit more prestige there for people to visit it. So let's figure out what's the current train we'll be using. Like a fast one, I guess. They're roughly the same cost. One is just faster. One is a French one. So we will take the Imperial one. And then we want to transport a few passengers, of course, and maybe a bit of mail just in the same wagon. So let's take a look at the wagons here. Mails and goods, it's refittable. Both are otherwise the same. Interesting. I probably have some duplicated new GRF. So we'll add 3-4 mail wagons. That'll be the moneymaker. And then a few third-class wagons, a few second-class wagons, a bit of first class, a bit more second class, I guess, and a bit more third class. The people in the villages are probably not so rich that they could otherwise afford things. So that's a bit too long. Can we add one more sleeper? No. All right, then this will be it. So then here we go. We'll take that train. We'll go from the St. Petersburg terminal. We will head south, not to Novgorod, but rather to Volkov, and then back. So this is just a little excursion trip for the owners of the factories to visit the factories, maybe something like that. So here's the new train as it's coming out. What a beauty. Yeah, the big mail wagons here, they will hopefully be nice here in Volkov, and the city will hopefully grow around the railroad a bit more so that we can expand it in the future a bit more even. So something like that, like this. Now they kind of dislike us, but that's fine. They will grow to like us if we expand our business further. So then the next order of business that I would like to attempt is to connect here from St. Petersburg, Sosnovyy Bor and Varna potentially, especially Sosnovyy Bor. It's of course quite an important city with the port here on the Karelian side. That's Karelia, right? I think so. That's a kind of Koma up here, right? I'm not sure. I think that's Karelia. Former Finnish territory that was later than the state lost to Russia, but it's actually part of Russia, part of Finland still, I think, in this period. So here we will do the same, building a few little stations just to connect things up pro forma. We don't really have a big ambition to have this like a main line right now, but of course it could grow into that. We saw how the railroad grew in Finland as we expanded. So we will use that as a pattern. So let's do 7 length. Sorry, number of tracks, 7, yeah. This one. We'll build a station just a tiny bit out of town here, so that they have a little bit of space to build a road around it. That will be the passenger station, and then here in Varna, probably the same. So here we also make it a little bit longer. We'll put it also a tiny bit here outside so that they have some room to grow around it. And then ideally we would later on potentially extend it all the way over to here, to Tallinn or to Riga. But let's say those are maybe future ambitions. For now, the terminus will be here in Varna, of this little branch. So we'll keep that in mind, but we will also try to make it a little bit prettier. So I'm always a bit confused by the options here. Let's do a lazy standard layout, a little bit rounded off corners here to make it look pretty, and then we go here to Sosnovyy Bor, and here we also add these little corners. We add a little shelter here, only 1 track please, and rounded off corner here as well. So it looks nice. Okay, and then let's build the roads here quickly. But also kind of with future ambition of the town in mind. Extend things out a bit. Like this maybe. And here in Varna, but also kind of extend it out over the track, so they have to build a crossing. That's fine. Okay, then we will build a bridge here, making it a nice classic bridge design, and we will also extend out the line a little bit beyond that, because we saw how it was in Riga. They completely surrounded the original station, and then we had no good opportunity to grow it out into the other direction. We had to buy off some houses and stuff, so we'll try to avoid that this time and make things happy. We'll plan ahead a bit from the start. So here we go, and then kind of here like so, that's good. Right, and since these are kind of stations that are here on the outskirts, we'll also build like a little maintenance depot here, because there's the next maintenance depot, well, it's in St. Petersburg, it's not so far, but still, like, the maintenance can be here happening in the outskirts. We don't have to do them all in St. Petersburg. That's fine. So then here, how do we want to connect this up to the network? Well, it will be kind of a northern line, so we will build a line up here, and here on the outskirts of St. Petersburg we will want to make it look impressive. We don't want to say it's like a little village branch line with only small traffic. We'll make like big bridges and big projects here, but as soon as it like leaves the outskirts of the city here, yeah, it kind of is a little bit less impressive. It's just a single track line, so there it's not so fancy, but we'll make it look fancy because this will be the main line to the Baltics, basically. So we'll have to make it, you know, we have to sell it. Same here. We'll build a very innovative tunnel design. Like that. To get to the other side. So here, I always have to think about like how do we normally join things, because here it's on a curve, so it would be kind of a route that goes like this. Completely unnecessary, because why would this little branch line go north towards Finland? But who knows what the future would bring. We will try to accommodate any possible scenario. So we'll build a more compact switch here so that we're not too close to the station, and then here we have to have two kind of things, and it wants to kind of come in here. So here it's quite fine. We will branch it out here like that. Something like this, and then here on this side it's a bit more critical with this big hill here in the way. So what we can do here is probably just a little bit of terraforming, and then have like a bit slower track here when it comes to, well, this is actually the main track. When you come in here left, you want to turn into the station in a at least somewhat efficient way. So we don't want to make it like too bad. So we probably have to take quite a bit of terraforming from that hill. You know, this is not churning out quite as I hope it will be. So here we will do it like that. Then here, like that, like this, and then, well, you join in like kind of this way, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. This looks decentish. So I will just make that a little bit looking more symmetrical. Like this. Yeah, so it looks at least symmetrical. And then a few signals would do wonder to make things work, actually. So we'll just put some here, one here, and then two here, probably one here as well. The tunnels can use some. Then here on the outside, and maybe here one. So that should be enough to get the ball rolling on that. Indeed, why not? And we will worry about this little train here for a second quickly. It's just kind of annoyed that the station here is a bit blocked by things. I suppose not so many engineering supplies reached it right now, so that's why things are a little bit slowed down. But we do have engineering supplies usually coming here, right? We do, but it's a delayed train. I guess this is the train actually that's now coming in. So maybe this station could use a second station to be to accommodate more trains. We kind of saved a bit money here. Let's take a look at that. So at the facilities here, forklift platform. I like the idea. Then it's an iron ore mine. Well, probably there are these iron ore things, right? No, there's no iron ore one. There's only like, I think the raw material where it's just, oh, here. Yeah, literally just dump the iron ore next to the platform. Well, we'll just make it like something else, I guess. Mineral silo one. Let's put it behind it, like it's okay. Let's remove the forklift, I suppose. It will just be like a mineral silo, 2 of them. And then we can just connect these 2 up like that. And another signal here. That should make things here hopefully work a little bit more effectively up in one of our first farms after all. And then we will do a new passenger train. And for a model of that, oh, here we have a little bit of a traffic jam. I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Ooh, this is all too close for comfort, to be honest. These switches here will have to. Really? Did you not like think like to maybe stay in that station for just a bit? Just a tiny bit? I guess this guy wants to go in the same one, right? Or what? Where does he want to go? The goods pickup. What is the goods pickup? It's a bit of a mess here with the naming. I don't see the goods pickup here. Sorry, where do you want to go? You want to just deliver something. I guess you want to go to delivery, yeah. For sure. Okay, and he cannot go out because I don't know where he wants to go. Okay, then sorry guy, then you will have to turn around for a second and find an alternative way so that we can clear this up. And I believe we will then figure out a solution here in a second. So this is the train I wanted to take a look at as a quick example of how we can make it look. So it will go from the St. Petersburg terminal. It will go here to Snowy Bor, and then it will also connect here to Nava, bringing the people really onto the network. And of course we will think about like removing Volkov here. That is not needed. It will not be a complete like long direction like this. No. So another one that lacks a path, and it's again in the same spot. So really need to figure out a solution here. Okay, yeah. Let's see that this situation kind of calms down a bit, but I suspect it might not calm down at all. It's always busy here. So now this train here cannot continue. This is this one, right? Yeah, and it cannot continue because this one, but I guess it should be able to. Okay, no. Okay, no. Yeah, turn around, buddy. Yeah, this all the milk deliveries and that stuff is really jamming up things. Yeah, you will have to go as well. Go back. Go. Oh no, not like this, of course. You can go forward, and now you can go back. Okay, and now let's figure out a way to make this happen, because we need to make this happen. This is too crazy otherwise. So we'll almost definitely remove the entryway to there, so that trains don't get the idea even that they can enter here. Yeah. Okay, this train is idiotic, of course. That's for sure. Okay, then. Okay, for Christ's sake, get through here quickly, buddy. Make it quick. Okay. So, well, we'll disconnect it up here, so that no train comes from the bottom anymore into this junction. Then we'll disconnect it here from the St. Petersburg junction as well. So now trains only leave, they don't enter anymore. Okay, so now we can think about how to do things. Let's remove firstly the track here for a second. I will build this in pause mode. Usually I don't, but in this case I just want to not bother with the training, and I want to not get completely a mess of messages with trains crashing into each other, as we usually do when we do big renovations. So let's restore this so we don't forget. And this we've also rebuilt. So the main junction is here, the left one, obviously, but a lot of them want to go to the harbor. So we will completely redesign the entrance to the harbor to be upwards directed, and then we'll build like some other kind of join from that. So the harbor entrance will be kind of here now in the future. And to connect all the platforms, we will do that something like so. Probably we'll build like a little kind of crisscross network thing, just because it looks interesting. Alright, so that's the harbor entrance. So we'll still make the main junction kind of this one. That's going to be the main thing. Although we'll have a kind of a connection going leftwards, but in this case it will not go leftwards, it will go actually into this direction. So actually then we'll kind of build it out like this, and then join this one with a more effective join here onto it. I think that will be the way to go. So the question is always bridges or tunnels. I think tunnels take a little bit more space, and it looks like here we're a little bit on a premium of space. Not too bad, but also not too generous that we have a lot of space or something. We want to be a tiny bit efficient. So we'll join it something like this. I think we need to go one more out so that it's a little bit more better looking with the symmetry. Something like this. Removing that. Here, there. This is a pretty nice junction, I think. Like that. I suppose one alternative is to do kind of a cloverleaf junction and just connect it out from here. Why not, right? Like, it's actually better. I haven't built one of those cloverleaf junctions in a while, so I'll have to excuse if I don't remember something. Okay, let me just clear that out for a bit. So let's just do it like that. At least that looks somewhat correct. Like, this junction cannot go over here though, so we need to have something like this. Alright. Well, technically we could do it like this, but I don't want to move the signals here, and I think the top one is actually a correct thing that you can go into. Okay. So a cloverleaf would just mirror that on the other side, which is a bit complicated here due to how the hill works. So if we didn't care about symmetry, it would still be kind of a mess. So I suppose we will move hills in the name of progress. And then get that out, like this out here, and that. So that's that. And then you do the same here, and it just fits. But I think we will have some issues still, because technically the next step is you have to connect up this way, kind of. Okay, we'll make this a little bit more interesting here at least. So we'll move that back a bit. Well, actually here in this case, probably we need to first... Okay, let's firstly think about how we actually want to design it before we go in the tunnel business here. So it's really not quite ideal, I think. So you have to connect this one to here. And you have to connect this track here, like this here. You have to connect it over here, because right now they cannot go left here from this junction here, basically. Well, we could do it like an inner one. Right? That would work, technically. Technically it would work. Yeah. It's like a compact design, I guess. Technically, that does connect everything with everything. Looks a little bit interesting, let's say. Right. All right. Building a tunnel here. That was what I was going for with the project one. Then like kind of probably go out one, then like this. So we have no space to place a signal, right? Okay. Definitely need space to put signals here, otherwise it's a bit of a mess. Well, we could do it like this, and then on the other side we have like a kind of a siding where we can pass, at least for temporary. So then we can place signals here, so that at least there can be a train passing here. Yeah. Then we have these ones here, this track, and then on this track as well, like this. And then when you come here, these ones should be on the outside, on these rings. Let's place the signals like that. And then these ones need to be on the inside. Well, inside, I say, like inside towards the center. Correct, and that one. Okay, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the design, to be honest. It looks a tiny bit stupid. I'm not sure. So we do what we do. We'll hide it in shame between some trees so that people don't see it so much. That's my proposition here. We'll just hide it a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all right. Okay. Let's see what brings us. So this train needs to be turned around. It's facing the wrong way. Okay, so let's see. I think this design has some disadvantages because of the shortness of the switches and stuff, but I definitely would say that it's better than what was there before. So no argument on that, I think. All right, this train has a problem to come here. I think that was only a temporary issue. Yeah, I think because of the construction they had confusion issues, but now that should be cleared up. I think so. All right. And this train is also running quite well, hopefully. Let's take a look. It transports good from Volkov Metal Station. Okay, you got really lost, my friend. Doing this whole construction, you went to a completely wrong direction, man. Like you were really confused on that one. Okay, then I want to quickly do something I haven't done in a while, which is to check on our transport company's headquarters. And yes, they are really beautiful, sitting here in downtown Helsinki, which is also growing quite tremendously well. 5,000 people here. Of course, it's no competition to Tallinn or let alone Riga, which should be the biggest town, right? By far, 60k. In fact, I think for just a little bit of realism, I will say did they town growth speed? Yeah, none. I just wanted town not to grow much further right now because I think it's already growing crazy, and I want it to be a little bit, yeah, it's already consuming 2 more towns and probably will extend all the way to Jelginen soon. So I want Riga to slow down a bit because that is a bit too much, I think. Right, then we'll call the episode here. Thank you very much for joining me on this one, and see you the next time. Bye bye.